This is part 3 of a message, Jesus, How Divine Love Enters the Soul. While God is mind, mind is not God, and also while God is spirit, spirit is not God, so that when men teach that mind is God, and that men must seek to attain to that mind, and thus become like God, they fall short of the truth. The mind is only an attribute of God, and beyond and back of that mind is the real God, the personality, and that is soul, from which emanates all these attributes and manifestations which mortals as well as spirits may be conscious of. But while God is soul, yet that soul is a thing of substance with a nature divine, and the seat and fountainhead of all the great attributes that belong to him, such as love and power and life and omniscience and mercy. And here I must state one fact which may startle those who believe and teach that mind is God, and that is, that which is called the human mind is not a part of the mind of God. For this human mind and all its faculties and wonderful qualities are mere special creatures, just as are the spirit body and material body of man. As I have said, man was created in the image of God only as regards the soul, and here always bear in mind that the creation was only an image. The mind of man was a special creation, just as were the minds of the lower animals, differing only in degree. And if God had not given to man a soul and the spirit body to envelop it, in which he placed this mind of man, when man died the death of the physical body, that would have been the end of him. As such, death is of the body, which is not a part of this soul image of God. As I have heretofore written you, when God created man and made him in his own image as to the soul, he also gave to man the possibility of obtaining the substance of the Father, that is, of having that soul, which was a mere image, become that soul which is of the substance of the Creator. I have also explained to you how man, by his disobedience, lost that possibility, and for long centuries was deprived of this great privilege, and how it was again restored to him at the time of my coming to earth, so that he now, and for 19 centuries past, has had the possession of this great gift or privilege of partaking of the substance of the Father. Well, when man, by the way that has been pointed out to him, becomes possessed of the substance of the Father's divine nature, even in an initial degree, his soul commences to change and lose its character as a mere image, and to progress towards the attainment of that condition when this image disappears and the divine substance takes its place. And as the progress continues, he receives so much of the substance that his soul takes on the divine nature of the Father, and his at one ment with the Father becomes so perfect that he becomes an inhabitant of the Father's kingdom. This occurs when he becomes fitted to enter the first celestial sphere. At the bottom here it says, first celestial sphere is the one immediately above the seventh spirit sphere. And just here occurs another thing which may startle those who teach that the mind is the essence of God, and that the mind which man, both as mortal and spirit, possesses up to that point in the progress of the soul, where the transformation into the divine nature takes place, becomes a thing of naught, or rather becomes absorbed in the mind of the soul, which is the real mind of the Father. And then and ever after, only this mind of the soul is that which enables the real divine man to understand the things of God, to help him in his progress. I will continue later. You are tired, but remember that I love you, and you have me with you at all times to help and sustain and comfort you. Good night, my dear brother, your friend and brother Jesus. Again, this is the Paget Messages, Volume 2, available on Amazon, and free PDFs available at divinelove.org.